The evening sun. A simple day. One that started with the intent to just be happy. Smile a little. Smile a lot. Life can be simple. The outside world is complicated. The inside out experience is what I find is not complicated at all. The only real complication is actually letting go of the busyness, the labels, the who am I, and fall into no knowledge. The whole thing that I have found is a beautiful contradiction. The contrast of light and dark, good, bad, or good, bad, all that sort of equation I don't subscribe to. I prefer to practice a what is. It is. There's no accidents. What I've found in my life or discovered, there is no accidents. Everything that I've experienced has had a purpose. I may have been screaming like a screaming banshee as part of going through some of those experiences, but at the other side, I've changed, become more gentle. Or I can laugh with the world slightly differently. One of the beautiful things that I definitely subscribe to is the world is my reflection. I guess in a way this is one of the gifts, one of the many gifts that my own inside out choice of changing myself with Ridsdale and Catholic Church, etc. is not to feed it with the same energy. I don't need to make a song and dance about anything. Do it the opposite way to the outside world, and do it gently, invisibly, somewhat, silently. And what I discovered, I tweak my system every time I go out in the outside world, and I can. It's extraordinary is, for example, when we got locked down at the start of COVID, I felt an enormous, and the hypersensitivity in me and subtleness is extraordinary. I'm sure I'm not alone, but I felt the world at peace for the very first time. I'm very hypersensitive on steroids, but I've learned to not control, but use it as a tool so that I can read and interpret things that I feel or sense opposed to think. Gentle as we walk. Gentle as we walk, inside out. And the world certainly does begin to reflect as the mind becomes more and more gentle. Gentle conversations opposed to blaming and shaming. Again, give out what you choose to get back. And that process definitely has sped itself up deliciously. One of the magical things that I learnt about Inside Out, even though I had no idea what that concept actually meant a decade and a half ago or a couple of decades ago, was trying to find my way in corporate life and recognizing how much of a lie I had been living. Interesting. Strive to be something, or be a label or a project manager, or IT or whatever, and then get there and then realize that that's not quite the astronaut experience I was looking for. But we change over time, and we're in control of that change, even though the outside world does certainly not appear to be conducive to feel at peace or joyful at any given time. And with this gentle encouragement of inside out, it's healthy, I feel, to use healthy selfishness in a way that strengthens and delivers evidence that makes sense to what I'm navigating through at the time. Like, just relocating from Townsville to this beautiful little neck of the woods somewhere else in Queensland. I've been talking to the breeze because I live a little bit higher up than everybody else and can see out to the ocean. Somebody else is singing a beautiful song, a tune. And I've got some lovely little poinsettias growing, and those little pot bottoms decided to do a flip yesterday, and my periphery vision for some reason caught it. And it was just a single flip, and it was only 5, and it just immediately brought my attention to the subtleness of, Daniel, you're talking to the breeze, you've been listening to the songs and the whispers of the breeze, then take note of this. And how they actually landed in the sequence they did was just like I couldn't organise this stuff, it's just beautiful. And then this morning I came out and the 6th one arrived in perfect position. Stunning, absolutely stunning. There's no rush, even though, again, the outside world will command societies and economies to rush about things. Yeah, well, that'll play out in its own way. Some will have a smooth ride, while others may not have such a smooth ride. But again, through this beautiful stillness that I can experience and thrive within, I am not my history. I'm here right now, enjoying this beautiful evening, the laughter of neighbours, enjoying a wonderful Thursday evening in the evening sunlight. It doesn't need to be any more complicated than that at this stage. And just breathe into the moment, because I can only affect change, I can only affect feeling and feel moment by moment, not by thinking about it. It's extraordinary. So my little masterful messages from the breeze. Thank you. If your day is darkened, no matter how hard it is, find something to laugh about. Find something simple to smile about. And you don't have to make a song and dance about it, but just something that gives you a little giggle, or you can smile at a stranger in a street or something. Just shifts you for a nanosecond. Just a nanosecond, or a conversation with a mate or a tree or something. We got this. It's just going to be a bit bumpy on the way through. Be gentle. Be gentle in your conversations with yourselves. Understand unconditional love is an adventure, is a journey. That's another story. But again, slowly starting to and continuing to feel it differently. More subtle. More gentle without having any knowledge of it. That's a really good part of this whole thing. I have no knowledge of anything, but everything I need to know. Oh, that's another story. I've learned how my cells receive information from a myriad of sources, including feet and so on. With more laughter, joy. It's beautiful. Anyway, have a wonderful time and enjoy this. Abundance of just being alive, even if that is only having a breath. Till next time.